Today, Apex Legends just dropped the new collection at the Urban Assault, and today we're going to answer the question, is this event worth buying? We got the Octane Prestige skin and a few other things. We're going to go over this whole event, see if it's actually good or not, and giving you an honest opinion. So first of all, we got this new event. We got, of course, the Octane Prestige skin, and I'm not going to lie, the Octane Prestige skin looks pretty good. There's one complaint I personally have with it. This is just my forte. Like, why did they go with, like, a hammerhead shark for its final skin? It's like kind of a whole, like, fish theme, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, it's cool, but why? You know what I'm saying? But we got the first tier, we got the dive trail, which honestly, this dive trail isn't anything spectacular or super fancy. I think the Lobo one we got recently was even better than this one, and also the Revenant one was amazing too, because that looks like a pred trail almost, but it's still an interesting dive trail nevertheless. I got a question for you guys though. If you had to rate all the dive trails in Apex Legends, what would you rate this one, or which one would be your favorite? Let me know in the comments down below. But besides the point though, we also got the tier 2 version, which looks slightly better than the tier 3 version, which looks pretty cool, which is the hammerhead. I'm not entirely sure why. And finally, the finisher, which honestly, one of the best finishers in Apex by far. Like, this thing looks so freaking good. It looks like Octane's literally just dominating the lobby, having fun with it, and just showing who's boss. And I kind of like that about this finisher. Just unfortunate, this skin isn't particularly the best. Like, it matches color theme wise, but besides that though, not entirely sure why hammerhead. But besides that though, the prestige skin's pretty sick. Now we do actually got the purple stuff, which we got some banners. Now of course these are locked to certain characters, so they're not universal. I'm just saying, when Apex Legends releases a collection event, they should just make all the banners universal. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna buy an event for like $160, $170, or now $300 at times. You better get these banners to be all universal, so that way you just can't lock them up. But of course some of them are really nice, like the Wraith one, the what was it, Newcastle one's decent. We got English Rampart, and also a Valkyrie one, and also Loba skin's pretty nice, which we'll get into just a second here. But I will quickly say this Wraith one right here, I will definitely need to buy for the Wraith skin. But besides the point though, Revenant skin is weird. I'm getting some weird vibes from it. Like, this reminds me of the mythic Genji skin we got in Overwatch recently. Like, you cannot tell me that Genji skin does not look awfully similar to this Revenant skin. Like, I'm not the only one who's tripping about that, right? Let me know if you guys know what I mean in the comments down below. I'll show some b-roll of it too, but like, I'm not wrong, am I? This is a sick skin though. We also got a Series skin, which is pretty mediocre. I don't know how this is like a good skin for the event. This is a bad idea in my opinion. Same thing, the Horizon skin. No idea what they were cooking. Definitely did not turn out well, that's for sure. They definitely burned that stew. And then we got a Spitfire skin, which is all right, nothing too insane. A Havoc skin, which is decent. It's got some paint job on it. And also the Wingman skin, which honestly, not a bad Wingman skin. The only problem is it isn't anything fancy. Like, it's got a cool paint job, but it doesn't have a unique design, which is unfortunate that the body didn't get anything good from it. But all of the purples are pretty decent. I wouldn't say anything are too crazy, to the very least. Now we actually got the legendary skins. First of all, we got the Vantage skin, when honestly, that bad Vantage skin, I get some like RoboCop vibes with her helmet, or like some like outer space vibes, you know what I'm saying? Not a bad skin, not particularly my favorite. The Wraith skin from this event is like by far the best skin, like even better than the Prestige skin, honestly. That good. Like, Sweaty Wraith mains, how are you feeling about this Wraith skin? Have you already bought it? Let me know, because I know I literally bought this with crafting because like how good this skin was. Like, there's a few skins in this event I'm like, oh my god, you need to craft this if you play this legend, right? And the same thing is for some of the other legends. Now Newcastle mains, I assume this is a really good skin. I don't know how you guys feel about it because I'm not a Newcastle main myself, but I definitely think this is one of the better skins for him. We also got a skin for Rampart. Rampart usually doesn't get too many good skins, so I would believe the Rampart mains will definitely buy this, because honestly it is a pretty fire skin for her, because she doesn't really get a whole lot of love in all fairness. Plus Conduit hasn't gotten a skin either. I want a Conduit skin. And we got the Valkyrie skin, which also looks really good. I love this one. I might buy it for myself later here if I get enough crafting, but this one's sick. Then we also got the Loba skin, which honestly, Loba mains are eating good. The only complaint I did see from a few people in some Loba mains that were saying the hair design was it like their favorite thing, which I kind of get. She has everything else for their assets, but besides that though, I don't like the hair either. I think it looks good with the skin, but I feel like, but why though? The jean pants are sick. Anyways, moving on. Next up, we got the Nemesis skin, which is decent. This is not honestly that crazy of a Nemesis skin. We've gotten way better ones in the past. We also got ourselves access to the R9. The only unfortunate thing about this R9, this does not have a pay to win site on it, but it has a cool body. If all the R9s had that pay to win site, I'd be willing to bet money that they would sell way more skins from this event, because then they would have like a cool design like this, a nice iron, but it's unfortunate that it uses the default one. But I might buy it still just because they added to my collection, you know what I'm saying? But we'll see. Next up, we got the All-Star skin, which is all right, nothing too insane of it. Same thing with the Nemesis. We've gotten better ones in the past. This one's decent. And we also got ourselves access to a Handlock skin, which is actually not a bad skin. I'm just not a huge fan of the cardboard fiber and the teal green, but definitely interesting to say the very least. We also got the Alternator skin, one of the better skins from this event, which honestly looks really cool. Has a nice body, has a good look. Unfortunately, does not have pay to win iron, so if you are interested in that, it does not have access to it. And then finally, the Re 45 skin, which honestly, this looks really sick. I might honestly pick this one up just because of the fact the Re 45 is better than the R9 right now in Apex Legends, so I might just buy it for that exact reason. And I'm also kind of curious about the irons because how the direction is pointed, because it doesn't look like your typical irons. Now the real question is, if I had to rate this event and tell you guys, is it worth buying? I will say this: if I had to rate it 1 through 10 this event, I'd probably give this event, since we got an Octane Prestige skin, we got like 3 or 4 good skins, and on top of that you can craft them too, which is fine. I give this event probably a 6 out of 10. Because of the fact that like we got some decent skins, but not too many. Like everything in this category is pretty nice for most legends. None of the skins in the legendary category are like, oh my god, this is super bad, right? Besides like the Nemesis and also the All-Star. So yeah, 6 out of 10. And then because of the fact that I'm only reading that, everything else in here has been like really mediocre. All this stuff in the purple is like mediocre. The rating, that's why it doesn't get like a 7 or 8 out of 10, because if the purples had like 1 or 2 good things, then I'd be like, okay, this is gonna get a higher rating, but it really depends on like how many, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, the final thoughts is this: if you guys are looking, if you are an Octane man and you do want to get the Octane Prestige skin, you already have his normal Heirloom, honestly send it if you have the money. However, you don't necessarily need to buy it. I wouldn't buy it if I was an Octane man, just personally for me, because like honestly I could get another Heirloom, I could get the other recolor in all fairness for that price, or down the line. But that's my foretake at least. And then for anyone else who's looking to get this event, honestly, just don't worry, don't do it. Save your money, just save your money and use it on something else. Like you can buy yourself some, we could buy like McDonald's for a whole like 3 weeks. If I did my math correct, actually no, McDonald's is kind of expensive. It's like 20 bucks, it's like 12 bucks for a meal. Ugh. You just go to a sit down place. Anyways though, but yeah, that's my honest review about this event though. And of course, if you do have stuff you do want from this event, I would recommend just crafting it. That's what I did with the Wraith skin. But yeah, if you had to rate this event 1 through 10, let me know in the comments down below what you would rate it as. And of course, if you did enjoy today's video, make sure to smash the like button, get subscribed so you miss future content, and I'll see you guys when I want GMAN.